Hi there, my name is Abby Chestnut. I'm a retired therapy rat handler. And these are my pet rats, Wyatt and Juniper. For a couple of years, I attended events, visited libraries and schools with a rat who was trained in therapy work. So a therapy animal is a pet that has been trained to be comfortable in different environments and around different people. They are invited to different places to provide comfort to others. In the past 3 years, I had 3 different therapy rats. I had Oliver, Vincent, and Franklin. We would regularly go to different places. For example, we visited elementary schools to talk about therapy animals and how rats can be pets. For public events, we would frequently have a booth with our local therapy animal team, and we would teach people what therapy animals do. Some of my favorite visits have been attending colleges for finals week to provide stress relief for students. We also went to libraries, where kids will actually read to the therapy rat to increase their reading confidence. Here's a short video to show you some of those visits to give you an idea how they were.
It's like one of those hypnosis videos. Rat hypnosis.
Wow, that is a sweet face right there.
That's the low. Aww. They be like you.
Enjoying your burrito, Franklin?
And they be like you. Hi. They look like you.
Where you hold on?
No.
I gotta let her get
Yeah, I'll do it. He loves it when you pet him right there. Oh yeah, that feels good. Oh, you're so sweet with him. He loves you. He really does. Hooting him, yeah.
It's not a half rat.
No, it's not like your regular rat.
We're close with the dog. That's what I'm doing right now. We won't get the dog until we know we're
He's a good
going
boy.
to
He's like a rat kibble and he eats fruits and veggies. He really likes sweet
Here
potatoes.
somewhere where we could drive to, we could take our pet with us, because they would be. But yeah,
He's a good boy.
I don't want to. I don't want to leave you.
Oh yeah. It's like that feels good.
Oh, you're a good boy. You're having a good time.
So many things to smell.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're a good boy. So relaxed.
Friends.
It's really rewarding to see the amount of joy that such a small animal can bring to both kids and adults. Personally, for me, I love animals and I love to make people smile, so it was a great combination. I have a couple of really great stories from our adventures. Some of my favorite events are when I have people who are reluctant to pet a rat. As soon as they hear that there's a therapy rat here, they make a disgusting face. Ew, a rat? Then they see the therapy rat in question, and they actually realize that they're extremely cute. Challenging that stigma of the creepy, crawly, dirty rat has been challenging and fun at the same time. I'd say that around 98% of the time, people realize that rats actually aren't all that bad. I get a lot of, wow, I'm actually petting a rat, or I can't believe rats are actually this cute. It's the best feeling to change someone's perspective. So I had a Halloween event with my first therapy rat, Oliver. It was a trunk or treat where disadvantaged neighborhoods were invited to attend. A mom and her son came by. The son was in a wheelchair. It turned out that her son was visually impaired. And so I asked if he wanted to meet Oliver. So the mom guided her son's hand over Oliver and he got to pet him. And his face just lit up. He was all smiles and he was giggly. It was one of the best moments I've ever had. It's another one of those moments where such a tiny animal is bringing so much joy. And it's just super heartwarming. It made my whole day after that. So when I did the reading program with Vincent, we had 2 boys who were on the autism spectrum. They were regulars, and within months of reading to Vincent, they had become more confident in reading out loud. Their speech was more fluid, and they had become less nervous. So the whole point of that program was to get kids to read to the rat. I know this sounds kind of silly, but I asked the kids' parents to sit away from us, and if the kid misspoke, said a word wrong, or anything like that, I didn't correct them unless they specifically asked me what a word meant. But think about it. If you were learning to read, and every time you messed up, someone told you you were doing it wrong, you might feel a little disheartened and reluctant to keep on reading. Vincent wasn't going to tell them that they were reading wrong. So having that non-judgmental time to read can make a huge difference. So I know our theme is tales and tales. So I told you my tale. Now it's time to show you some tales. So I'm sure you're really curious about Juniper here. As you can see, she's a little extra special. I work at a pet store and she came to us without an eye. I really didn't need any more rats at the time, but she really grew on me. According to our vet, it turned out that her right eye was actually injured when she was a baby. But she does not mind it at all, and she gets along just fine. She'll actually be one in just a couple of months, and she's a very active female rat. I also have one other rat here. His name is Wyatt. He'll be 2 years old in a couple of months, and as you can see, he is a lot bigger than Juniper. Male rats are typically a lot bigger and a lot more lazy than the girls. The average lifespan of rats can range from 2 to 3 years. I personally feel like that's the only downside of keeping rats, but in that short amount of time, they give out a lot of love. I regularly have people ask if I take wild rats from outside and keep them as pets. But these guys are domesticated, just like dogs and cats. They're sold as pets at pet stores, and we even have rat breeders. These guys make great pets, and they're very social animals, so they always need a friend with them. So I have a really tall cage that has plenty of places for them to sleep and climb in. I feed them fruits and veggies and a special kind of rat kibble that they eat every day. So because our theme is tales and tales, I'm going to give you some fun facts about rat tails. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to events and get comments about my rat's tail. People don't tend to like them, but I think they're pretty neat. A rat's tail is typically as long as their body. And they aren't actually hairless, there's little hairs on there. And just like any other animal, their tail helps them with balance. So when they're climbing, their tail helps them from falling over. Did you know that rats' tails actually help keep them cool? They actually cool down by releasing heat from their tails. Well, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed our tale and tales and learned a little about therapy rats and pet rats. Until next time, bye!